What's good, family? So smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So, your man's Alexander, very nice, I like how much Usyk has reacted to and responded to a number of points regarding Anthony Mandela Joshua. Now, first point he's responded to is the overall criticism of AJ's performance from his fans. He said the following: "It's unfortunate to hear that they are being harsh on Mr. Mandela Gandhi's performance, because I was there in the ring with him and he was very good. He was very nice. He was very nice. He like." Yeah, that's what he said, 100%. He goes on, "I do not know where they find grounds for criticism. It was truly a brilliant fight. I am now preparing for another challenging match against him next year, and I will need to be at my best to keep my championships." Now, he also goes on to discuss AJ's new training situation, but for now, let's focus on this part, or the words he said already, because what I love is the fact that already, notice how Usyk, rightfully so, has changed his complete mindset. Yeah, check this. I will need to be at my best to keep my championships, not to keep our championships. Yeah? My. Because AJ, recently at least, he's forgotten that they're his championships. He and there taking pictures and doing all kind of, trying to be the next, trying to be his now assumed position as a United Nations peacekeeper. Yeah? What's that about? They're yours. And every other champion wouldn't have been seen dead giving their belts out. They're supposed to be special. Now I understand that you now have a dual mandate. We know that's another thing. AJ fans have to appreciate now. AJ not only is a heavyweight boxer, he's also a United Nations peace envoy. So he does have a dual mandate. Yeah, he has to do two things. He has to try and win fights and do it in a manner that can try and keep the peace, maintain peace between Israel and Palestine. One of them ones. So he's always having to kind of walk the edge and set an example. Yeah, listen, Israel, listen, Palestine, if I can go in there and get washed and take photos, maybe you, man, can stop blowing the babies up and that. Yeah, that's what he's saying. 100%. That's AJ's role now, so we do have to appreciate that. However, guess what? Usyk, he ain't playing them games. Yeah, he's a boxer. Usyk, despite having high IQ, he understands his role. His role is to box. Yeah? Usyk understands he trades brain cells for coins. And I respect that. I respect that people know their role. Play your role. Your role ain't to be no UN dignitary. Yeah? Your role ain't to be no diplomat. You're there to exchange brain cells for coins. That's it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what. Obviously, AJ got a few coins and he started to think he's deeper than that. It's no deeper than that. Yeah? You exchange brain cells for coins. And you look at people like Floyd and Usyk, they try and exchange as little brain cells as possible in doing so. Yeah? They use their attributes to their advantage and they get it in. 100%, no doubt. So, with that in mind, you see Mr. Very Nice telling you, man, I'm going to prepare with Vasyl Lomachenko's pops to keep my belts. This ain't no charity belts. It's not our belts. It's not community belts. They're my belts. And I'm going to keep my belts. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the press conference. Let's see if Usyk is all in the video, kissing and smiling. And to be fair, he may be. But if Usyk does that stuff, guess what? Usyk won't be doing it naively or moistly. If Usyk does do that stuff, he'll be doing it to disarm AJ. To keep AJ in that moist level. For example, look at Big Babe Miller. Yeah, when Big Babe Miller stuck it on AJ, that got AJ angry. So Usyk's high IQ or higher IQ, which means that he can engage psychological games. Now, if AJ was training with a YB, it wouldn't matter. There wouldn't be no amount of psychological games that can save Usyk's behind. But you best believe, people, with Rob McCrappen, Fernando Alonso, and Jobber Clayton, that can be a difference. Yeah, if Usyk gasses AJ up about, let's have a nice peaceful time, you best believe, with Rob in the corner saying, that's it, nice and easy behind the jab, and light on the feet, and Jobber Clayton and Fernando Alonso cheering him on, great, when he's getting his head popped off. There's no telling. Yeah, and actually, Usyk goes on to say in this interview that, oh yeah, I think AJ did a great job, and I think, honestly, bearing in mind there's been a lot of allegations or suspicions that Usyk potentially played possum in the Chisora fight. Now I don't know, but what I do know is the Usyk who turned up to fight AJ was leagues above the one that fought Chisora. That's what I believe. So people have been suspicious that maybe Usyk played possum, and he has actually been known to be quite a high level chess player. Not literally, I mean in terms of the boxing game chess. He's been known to do them kind of things, having been a double Olympic champion. A lot of time in the amateurs, it's about playing little tricky things. Yeah. Now, the reason I bring that up is to say that, guess what? Your man's Usyk, what's he doing now? I've just read out his quotes. You see his quotes on your screen. What's he saying? Oh no, AJ did fine. AJ did great. Yeah. AJ, do that again. That was great. See what I'm trying to say? If Usyk came out now and said, AJ, you're a sucker. Yeah, AJ, you're big for nothing. If Usyk came out, yeah, and told AJ what he needs to hear, like the YB been doing, AJ, you are big for nothing. AJ, what are you big for? Because I tell you what, you ain't big for something. You ain't big for hurting no one. Oops. You are big for nothing. You are the BFG. Big friendly looking ass. Yeah? Your name's Clifford. Clifford's the big friendly dog. How about that? You're BFG Clifford. Big ginger, big orange dog looking ass. Big friendly looking. Yeah, big fluffy friendly looking ass. That's what you are right now. Yeah? 100%. You're the BFG. Big friendly, bubbly looking ass. You're not bubbly, but you're big for nothing. That's what you are. 100%. You're the BFN. Big for nothing. Never mind BFG. Big for nothing. It's interesting. Obviously you might know, I've got quite a few connections in different industries, but I reached out to Roald Dahl's great-granddaughter, and obviously she in the DMs and whatnot, but obviously apart from Roald Dahl's great niece being in my DMs trying to holler at the YB, but she said that, listen, YB, I'm interested because I've heard your videos, I've heard you talk about Anthony, the Clifford the dog, and Anthony, the BFG, the big friendly giant, and Anthony, the big for nothing, and we're thinking about doing a kind of a sequel to the BFG, because obviously we know Roald Dahl wrote the big friendly giant, but they're thinking of doing an adaptation, because you got to remember as well, people don't understand, from a capitalist point of view, Africa now, it's kind of proliferating. You've got a lot of Chinese investment in Africa now. So what they're trying to, obviously, the BFG was some big old white dan, yeah? But, like I said, Roald Dahl's niece is trying to carry on her grandfather's legacy. And therefore, guess what? They want to come out with an African one. And they're thinking of coming out with a BFN, big for nothing. And it's going to be AJ. He's going to be the leading star. So the reason I bring it up is to say that we know that AJ is looking to kind of branch out and diversify his portfolio. We know he's got a bunch of shiny watches. So AJ, it's up to you. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm happy to play kind of the broker here. Yeah, get in my DMs. And if you're interested in becoming like the BFG of Africa, you'll be known as the big for nothing. Yeah, you got the big friendly giant and you got the big for nothing. Because like I said, think about it. All of us kids, we grew up on the BFG. Yeah, Africa, they need their own little one. And that can be AJ, the big for nothing. 100%. Yeah, so like I said, the offer's there. Roald Dahl, got a great Roald Dahl's niece, she's there. She's ready to write the book and whatever else. 100%. So if you want to lend your brand out, I mean, your brand already heading in that direction, so I think it's a perfect match right now for the position you find yourself in. Yeah? Because let's get something straight here. There may have been a time where, for example, when we saw Dillian White get knocked out and slumped over the ropes, Roald Dahl's niece never would have been in my DMs saying, yeah, we're thinking about doing a big BFN. Yeah, big for nothing. We couldn't write that book then, because it wouldn't have made no sense. Because all the kids have just seen you slump Dillian White over the ropes and leave him there. Yeah, leave him there all dangly looking. 100%. Dillian White's arm was dangled over the ropes. So that book wouldn't have worked then. But now, all the kids have seen you getting rocked and rolled on the ropes by a cruiserweight. Trust me. Yeah, 100%. Demand's there. They've already done some of the, what do they call it? They've already tested the market for it. They've already put the Facebook ads out. Big friendly, I just thought of something else then. The big friendly N, but I can't say it. But the big for nothing, or the big friendly N. How about that? That's what you got me on. The big friendly N. How about that? The big friendly N. Got the big friendly giant and the big friendly N. Oops. Call me a liar. Well, you're not. Is or is not AJ the big friendly N? Yeah? You big, you friendly, and you N. How about that? But anyway, listen. Let's move on now. But the point is, people, Usyk, he's allegedly known to play games. And I'm sorry, but this for me seemed like another game. He says, yeah, don't worry AJ, don't change teams, and that's another thing. In fact, let me get to them quotes now. Usyk says, check this out, he says, the day after I won the heavyweight championships, I felt calm. Now a month later, I feel the same. I'm very proud to be the new champion, but I mostly focus on just giving my life and continuing to train hard in the gym in anticipation of the rematch. I'm not sure who will train AJ for the rematch. I have seen a speculation about who he may hire for the next year, but it does not matter to us who trains him. Our goal is to be prepared for everything, and I train to improve my own chances, not based on my opponent. He also promised to be more aggressive and dangerous in the rematch. If that is the case, great. I'd be glad to experience that side of Joshua. Wow. I am sure that it will be another brilliant fight. So, there were some more quotes, but essentially, Usyk saying, that AJ's I'm not sure what the fans are mad about. AJ's performance was great. AJ should carry on with Rob McCrappen, and it was the best team ever, and all that kind of stuff. That, for me, is game playing. And the worst thing is, people, it's not even just Usyk's opponent saying these things. I've got another video coming soon of Eddie Hearn recently on True Geordie, gassing the place up. Oh, Rob's the gaffer. You got Tony Bellend, Rob's the gaffer. So I can't even blame Usyk and his team. Can't believe their luck, They can't believe it. Every single person with influence in AJ's life have got him gassed about the worst trainer in the world. So and that's why at this point, people say, YB, you're a flip-flopper, you're a turncoat. Listen, you're damn right I'm a turncoat. I'm not jumping on this. I'm not supporting this. And anyone who supports this, yeah, that's you, man. How about that? Bunch of fruities. I ain't supporting this. You're damn right. 100%. YB, are you a turncoat? Have you turned your coat on Rob McCrappen and Team AJ? Absolutely. 10 times a day, I turn my coat on them, man. You best believe that as well. Because for a long time, I tolerated it silently. Now, I'm off the boat. For as long, I don't care if he wins. Even if he wins Rob McCrappen, I'm still not going to support it. Unless a miracle happens. If AJ comes out, and he's totally ferocious, and his skills are tight, something which has never been the case for the last 5 years. But if by miracle he comes out how he should be fighting, then maybe we can come back and look at it. But that ain't going to happen. Because if it was going to happen, it would have happened already. Yeah? But the fact that Usyk can't believe his luck, you man know me. I've already given you man the drops from inside the camp. They can't believe it. I'm hearing from people inside the camp. They're telling me we can't believe it. Not only are we gassing him up, telling him, yeah, don't change trainers, and your performance was great, and we can't wait to go in there with you again and have a nice easy fight with you. We can't wait to go in there again with your nice weak team and your nice weak strategy and box your ears off for you again. Yeah, keep it all the same. That's what Usyk said. You saw the quotes. Usyk said, yeah, AJ, come in there and do the same again, and I can't wait. Can't wait to school you some more. Wow. Yeah, AJ, come in there with the same team and the same strategy, please. So I can box your ears off a little bit more this time. So I can so I can adjust your wig a bit more. Yeah? So I can be a bit more creative with your wig for you. Wow. Unbelievable, but what can we do, people? All I can do is verbalise the facts. All I can do is ether to fangirls and Team AJ dons. Because at this point in time, unfortunately, the shillery is systemic. Yeah? 100%. The Team AJ shillery is systemic. It's not even just the fanboys. Like I've explained, every single person's shilling. And now you got Usyk trolling. Yeah? Trolling the life out of Team AJ. They can't believe their luck. Seriously. I'm telling you now, again, I've spoken to people in Usyk's camp, and they told me initially, yeah, when the rumours, because you heard the quotes there, Usyk himself said, he kind of let it slip. He said, oh yeah, I've been following it. Did you miss that? I bet most of you man missed that quote, didn't you? He said, oh, I've been following it all. Oops. So that tells you he's not oblivious to it. He says, oh, I don't care, and yeah, he stay with Rob. But he ain't oblivious. He know what he doing. He planned. He watching. And I'm telling you, initially, when all the rumours first started coming out that he was going to leave, Team Usyk was twitching. They thought, he might actually get with Shane McGuigan. He might actually get with the YB and be totally ferocious. He might get with the YB and turn into Shaka Zulu. Yeah? And turn into Afrikanuli Zulu. 100%. Because you best believe, if the YB was in the camp, we're going to turn into some Afrikanulese Terminator Zulu thing. Put all three together. Yeah? Arnie Terminator, Shaka Zulu, and Afrikanulese. All three of them man together. That's what it's going to be. Some next thing. Yeah? You're going to have the Terminator technology in there, Terminator metal, the Shaka Zulu spirit, and you're going to have, what's the other one I said? Afrikanulese. 100%. Yeah? Throw a bit of Disney in there. Now what? He didn't want that. Yeah? They know that. Usyk, you best believe Usyk's locked into the YB. He don't want that. The last thing they want to go in there is with some Terminator Afrikanulese Shaka Zulu thing. That's the last thing they want. They want the nice floppy Rob McCrappen, Fernando Alonso thing. Nice and soft, supple thing. 100%. And that's what he told you. Oh, AJ, you the best, and that was the best performance ever, and don't change nothing, and I loved boxing your ears off for you. Yeah. I don't know what the fans are complaining about. That was the best performance ever. Wow. He laughing at you right now. And rightfully so. He can't believe his luck. But you best believe he was twitching initially. Anyway, before I go, let me finish the last piece off. Because this is important, I think. He says... Where is it? He says... AJ also promised to be more aggressive and dangerous in the rematch. If that is the case, great. I'm rock hard to experience that side of Joshua. I am sure it will be another brilliant fight. Now, this for me, or this is categorically another, what would you call it? This is another, I'm not sure what you'd call it. This for me, or not. This is another. Is it emasculate? Demasculate? Listen. This is embarrassing to read, truth be known, from Team AJ's point of view. This demasculates a man. You've got another man who just beat you saying, think about this for a minute. Imagine someone saying, in 1986, oh yeah, I hope Mike... Imagine Michael Spink saying, yeah, I hope Mike can be a bit more aggressive next time. I'd love to see a more aggressive side of Mike. Can you imagine that? Was anyone in 1986 talking about how they want to see a more aggressive side of Mike? No. Yeah? I'm trying to think of the word. There's a certain word that I'm trying to use, but I can't remember it. Basically, it's just peak. The words and what Usyk's saying here is peak for AJ. It's basically showing no respect. AJ's getting completely punked by Usyk. Think about it. Usyk saying he wants to... It's almost like Usyk saying, yeah, the first fight was cool, but it wasn't very interesting. It wasn't very... Didn't push me much, so I'd love to see the more difficult side, because the first one wasn't really a challenge. Wow. Imagine that. Think of AJ's career, yeah? Did Dillian White wish to see a more aggressive side? Did Dominic Breazeale wish to see a more aggressive side? Did Klitschko wish to see a $20 million rematch aggressive side? Oops. So for Usyk to come on, this is just humiliating, truth be known. This, as far as boxing goes, this is as bad as it gets. I mean, even Deontay Wilder, yeah? Or even Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. When Deontay Wilder got beat by Fury, when Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, To be fair, I think he may have said something like this, but either way, whatever way you want to look at it, whether he said that or not, the bottom line is, it's peak. You've got, bear in mind, people, this isn't, it'd be bad enough Tyson Fury saying this, but you've got a cruiserweight, a novice cruiserweight, who's just come up to the weight, saying how he wants to see a more aggressive side. He'd love to see it. He's looking forward to it. That just shows he's got no respect for AJ whatsoever. Because think about it, if you respect someone's power, you don't really want to see a more aggressive side, do you? You're going to be saying, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be saying, yeah. And I think this is probably more mind games to an extent. Or, more worryingly, maybe he's just being genuine. Yeah, man, that first fight was kind of moist. That first fight wasn't very entertaining. I hope that AJ can pull his finger out next time and give me something to think about, because I was quite happy boxing his ears off. I was quite happy having him on the ropes and leaving him, watching him rock and roll. So, listen, what can I say, people? The sport's down bad right now, but listen, it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be, no doubt.